Okay, so let's get going on this video for functional design and particularly how to create your sitemap. So what we're looking at here is Microsoft PowerPoint. This is a pretty easy to use program and one that hopefully a lot of you have got. It doesn't matter what you put your sitemap together in. At the end of the day, you can draw it on a piece of paper if you like with a pencil. It doesn't matter as long as it has the following elements in it, you're going to achieve the end result. So the first thing we want to start with here is obviously a home page. So all I've done here is I've put in a quick text box, I've given it a line so that we can see it, and I've typed in the word home. The home page is the center of your website's universe. It is the absolute must-have element on any sitemap because that is the page that all others must stem from. So we're going to illustrate a sitemap here first of all for a very small business. So your local accountant or something like that who has a pretty simple idea of what his website needs to do. It needs to generate some leads for him. So he's going to have to tell people a bit about his business, the types of services that he offers, and let them easily get in contact with him. So the next thing that we want to take is our home page here, and we want to get ourselves an about section. So we'll just go straight over to here and we'll pop in the word about. Then we want to put in here our services section. So again, we'll create another box just by copying and pasting, and you've got to love how PowerPoint will line these up nice and neat for you, and we'll call this services. The next one that we're going to put in is our contact. So again, just get it all lined up nice and straight. And there we go, this is our contact section. So they're the three main top level areas that we've got within this particular website. Now coming out from the about section, we might have a few different subsections. So let's put this in here. We've got in here, this one, as illustrated in the book, we've got a history section. Now just a quick note on that while I'm doing this, if you've been in business for 2 years, you kind of don't have history yet, just call it company information. Just a little side note there. Now this one here, we'll put this in, this will be our partners, people that we do business with. And the last one here will be our team, the people that work for us. So this, if somebody's wanting to find out about our company, we're telling them, hey, we've been around for a while, you can trust us. Here's the other people that we work with and you should trust them, and here's the people that are going to deliver the services to you. The next section we go to is our services section. Now if we've got, as illustrated in the book, a few different services, we need to put in the top levels for all of those. I'm only going to put 3 in here today just to speed this process up. So financial services, and then perhaps we'll have finance, and then we'll have financial planning. So within services, we actually have, rather than just sub-pages, we have subsections. These are the different areas within that particular services section. Now the reason for that is that each one of these then has a few pages underneath it. So we can cheat here a little bit. This is why I do it with software as opposed to a pen and paper, because each one of these is actually going to have the same types of pages. So we'll have our overview, and then we'll have our detail page, and then we will have our testimonials page, our case studies, our how we've helped other people. So let's just call that case studies for the purpose of this exercise. Now the beautiful thing here, obviously each one of these is going to be the same for this guy and the same for this guy. Now on our contact section, again we're going to have a couple of things. We're going to have perhaps our location and details for our office or our offices, as the case may be, and we're also going to have our online inquiry form. Okay, so now that we've got all these pages here, we now need to say here's how the pages interact. So what we want to do is we'll just use our connection tool here, and we'll connect these guys all together. We'll take that point and we'll connect it to there, and we'll take our connection tool again, and we'll take another line and we'll connect this point to here as well. Let's see if we can get it to bend in the right way, shall we? And then we shall take a straight line here for this one's just going to go straight up the middle. And now for the sake of it, you just take a straight line, connect all of these guys together. So that point can go to that point. Again, take our connection line, and that point will go to that point. Connection line, that point will go to that point, and then the same through all of those. Now once we've got all these connected together, we now say, okay, this is how our site is laid out, but we also want to illustrate some of the interactions. So let me just finish these up and I'll show you exactly what it is that I mean. Okay, so the next thing that I'd actually like to do here is to illustrate that all of these pages, the service pages especially, need to be able to link straight to our online inquiry. So each one of those pages has to be able to achieve that, because as we discussed, that's our goal. So we can clearly illustrate that by using one of these with an arrow on it. So each one of those can come into here basically. And then we know that we're always going to be illustrating to whoever's going to build our website that we really need for this to be a goal-driven website. We want this to always come into here and be able to go to the online inquiry, especially from this section. And again, we would also have, as we illustrated in the last one, we'd definitely have this from that page as well. So all of our pages need to lead back to our online inquiry page. This is now very clear to anyone that's looking at that you go through, you'd find out some services information. Okay, I'm looking through the finance page, the overview page. Wherever I get to here, I want to come back to this online inquiry. So that, what we have there is a very basic sitemap for a simple information site. As you can see, not too hard at all, pretty easy for anybody to do. Now we'll copy all of this, we'll move it down a little bit just so that it's all there. And nice and central on our page. And there we go, voila, end of story.